Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. Good morning Ma'am Isti, and good morning all my friends from Khusus 1 and Khusus 2. In this occasion I will present my topic in translation. It is about gender issues and the translation products. With me, Siti Mukaromah, as the presenter. Okay, now subtopic from gender issues. Okay, the first gender issues in translation, and then grammatical and social gender, and the last translation product. Gender issues in translation. Gender issues. There is a rhyme. Okay, let's read first the rhyme. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow. It followed her to school one day, which was against the rules. This snip from an English nursery rhyme seems simple enough. However, when translating it into another language or culture, things may not be so simple. Was the lamb a girl or a boy? What was against the rules, the lamb going to school or the girl? Gender issues in translation can lead to violations when there is a mistake in translating the meaning. The translator must know, for example, that subject or object contained in the text is male or female. The issues relating to gender in practice of translation are myriad, varying widely according to the type of text being translated, the language involved, cultural practices, and countless other factors, according to Chamberlain 1998. In many other languages such as Russian, Serbo-Croat, and German, the spelling of a noun often determines its gender. Some languages use only two linguistic genders, male and female. This includes French, Italian, Spanish, and more. Others may use three genders, male, female, and neutral. This includes German, Polish, and Russian. So, what are the various challenges when it comes to translating? First, gender perceptions. People think, act, and perceive the word variously due to the influence of their native language. The Germans will speak about a bridge and brook as slender because it is feminine, while Spanish people will probably use words such as strong quite simply because it is masculine for them, un puente. The gender gap. Translation from a non-gendered language to a gendered one, for example of the word eat to refer to a cat. If translated into a language such as Italian, it really matters to know whether the animal is male or female. If any clue about the gender is given in the source text, it'd be quite tricky to deal with. Now, grammatical and social gender. Grammatical gender. Most linguists consider gender as a grouping of nouns into classes of masculine, feminine, and sometimes neuter. For example, man or he is masculine gender, woman or she is feminine gender, endure, or it is neither gender. From a historical point of view, Romain 1999 explains how gender got into grammar. She states linguists have traced the origins of grammatical gender in the Indo-European languages, which include the present-day European languages, to a system of noun classification based on similarities of sound. She asserts that the grammatical term is derived from the Latin genus, which means race or kind and had nothing to do with sex. Grammatical gender refers to gender assigned to nouns. Some languages do this and others do not. Two main problems arise when translating between these two systems. First one, the source language uses a gender-specific article or pronoun, but the target language does not have such. There are times when the gendered use of you may be grammatical only, but there may be other times when it is important that the you refers to a boy or a girl given the context of the text. The source language does not have a gender-specific article or pronoun, but the target language does, while English may just say son or girl, putting an L before soul or a la before file is not an issue when translating into Spanish or French. The issue arises when the gender is not specified in the source language, and it could change the context in the target language. Social gender. Social gender refers to the biological gender that is assumed based upon a noun use and the society in which it was used. The distinction between sex, gender, and roles are not as clear as the ones were yet in a linguistic sense. The lines have not been adjusted. For instance, the English word secretary once implied that the position was held by a male. This is no longer the case. In other cultures, the word cook or maid will have a distinctive gender assignment culturally. Many social gender roles have deep historic and cultural roots, and though they are often highly stereotyped, the contextual issues associated with translation cannot be overstated. Complicating matters, the cultures, context, and ideology behind the gender assignment change, making the translation all the more difficult. Societal and cultural factors play an important role in understanding the fluid and dynamic nature of social gender. As Romain 1999 maintains, different cultures vary in their expectations about what it means to be a man or woman. Therefore, they may have different systems of stereotypical classification of gender. Gender stereotypes are sets of beliefs about the attributes of men or women, such as that men are stronger and more aggressive, women are passive, talk more than men, and so on. Talbot 2003 explains that gender stereotypes often refer to prescriptions or unstated expectation of behavior rather than specifically to representational practices, and are often associated with other salient variables such as race, class, culture, age, context, and so forth. Now, translation product. Translation product, English to Arabic. In the case of Arabic, the social gender, for instance, normally affects the grammatical gender. The effect happens to be in the loss of feminine and fractional indications for certain public work like An-Najjar here is male. It means carpenter in English, but An-Najjarah is female. Now, Hidad is male, in English blacksmith, but Hidadah is female. Habas is male, it means baker, but Habazah is female. Mekaniki is male, it means mechanic, but Mekanikiyah is female. Translation product English into French, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, and German. For example, Sam cook as a post. Maxime French la même cuisinière. Okay, you can read Italian, Spanish, and Portuguese, German, and German. This is cited in lesson 2002. Now translation product Spanish to English. Okay, you can see the text from Spanish. Source language and the target language is English. Okay, it means what the hell am I doing here in Luck City, boasting of culture and traveled, but to postpone the execution of sentence that has fallen on me. Here is the references. Okay, you can see the references. I think that's all my presentations. Thanks for your attention. Good luck. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.